Hi everyone, it's time for handwriting. So you need your whiteboard, marker, eraser, and your handwriting book for after. We're doing 3 letters today. We are doing V, W, and X. All 3 of these letters start with the same shepherd's hook or candy cane that we've been doing for the past couple weeks. So we're going to start at the V, and for V, all you do is you kind of do the candy cane and come down and go up. And that's a V. Here we go, one more time. You can do the shepherd's hook, down, up. This is how the book shows it. And so when you do it in the book, you need to make it look like this. However, I like to make my V's a little pointier. So if in your own writing, you want to have a little bit pointier of a V, that's okay too. Mine usually looks a little bit more like this. Okay? And V is obviously a letter that does not connect to the rest of the word. So if your name is Violet, you do V-I-O-L-E-T. So everyone take a pause, practice the V a couple times, practice writing Violet. Make sure your letters are reaching this midline. My O is a little bit too short, and my T has this gross middle area. So try to make yours look a little bit nicer than mine. All right, once you've practiced Violet, erase and make a new road. The next one is W. And in the book, it looks very much like the V, but they just kind of do it twice. It's the same kind of, it's like a very soft looking W. So the way they do it is just, they do the shepherd's hook, they come down, they go all the way up, they come down, they go all the way up. I've been doing W's for many, many years, and mine don't usually look like this. I prefer to make mine look a little bit sharper. So when you're practicing it in the book, you can do it like this. But if you have a preference for maybe like pointier letters, you can always do the shepherd's hook and come down and, You can do the shepherd's hook, come down, and make yours a little bit pointier. And that would be fine too. It'll be fine either way. But when you're practicing in the book, do this slightly loopier version. So practice your W's, practice a couple times, this loopy W version. And let's do a name that starts with W. Oops. Just getting sloppy today. So, I'm going to do my shepherd's hook, my loopy W. Since W ends up here, I don't connect it with the rest of the word. Wesley, W-E-S-L-E-Y. Wesley. Okay? There is our uppercase W. So now we can erase, and we're moving on to X. Erase your boards. Get ready to practice the next one. Make a new row. So, if you remember when we talked about lowercase x in the classroom, I reminded you that for lowercase x, it's just like this. And then at the very end, once you've written the whole word, then you go back and cross the x. So it's kind of like at the end of the word little, after you write little, L-I-T-T-L-E. Once I'm finished writing the whole thing, that's when I go back and I dot my I's and I cross my T. Okay? X is a letter in cursive that you go back at the end to finish it off. Because you don't want to just pick up your marker in the middle of it. It slows you down, and that's the whole point of cursive, is writing one word like beautifully together. So when we practice the X right now, the uppercase X is kind of similar to that. You can start it and then go back and finish it later, or the book actually shows that the uppercase doesn't connect to the word next to it, but I think it can. So, X in cursive. All it is shepherd's hook, and then cross it. It's really simple. So, a shepherd's hook. Oops, that one's ugly. Let me try one more time. Shepherd's hook, and then cross it. So, the book shows here that it doesn't actually connect to the word next to it, but I don't really understand why you couldn't connect it because it's down there at the bottom, ready to be connected. So when I do my X's, I do connect it to the rest of the word because it's right there ready to go. So let's try Xavier. I think that's Miss Benitez's husband's name. So a new fresh road. And Xavier is Xavier. So I do my X, Xavier. And then I dot my I, cross my X. Xavier. Okay, guys. After this, we're getting pretty close. So keep tuning in, keep practicing, and I'd like you to send pictures of V, W, and X today. Please send your pictures. All right, thanks, guys.